For what purpose have you awoken Ln'eta the Star Spawn and brought about the end of reality? You wish to be the first human to be destroyed, yes? So that you are spared from the cataclysm I shall wreak upon all life.
Eh? What? Don't say it again, creep! And how are you looking directly at me without being driven mad? Send me back. I'll do it next time. Maybe when the stars realign in 1,000 years or so. Exactly. Where'd you get that book?
That moo. Always trying to set me up with someone.
It's not a Necronomicon. What Necronomicon is bright pink, silly? It's a survival guide. For dating me. It's full of rituals that I like. Offerings, spells, and how to protect your sanity while performing them. I am a cosmic entity beyond comprehension, so no amount of contact with me is safe for a human. Your mind could snap like a reed at any moment, actually. Oh, don't make that face. I can make it worth your while, if you understand what I'm getting at. If you can make it to the end, darling. But if you chicken out or go insane, I'll end reality right then and there. Now, you knew what you were getting into when you woke me up, right, darling? Excellent! Let's begin the date then. Why don't you start with the Invoke the Depths ritual? What's with the worried look, darling? But you aren't alone. I'm here. Long-term health? The world ends when this date does. What does it matter if your mind is unraveling? Nobody is in this world for the long haul anymore. Well, you better finish them quickly then. Home sweet home. You brought the outer depths to us. Didn't you read the spell's name? Our connection is stronger now. The closer you get to where my true form lies dreaming, the stronger my influence on you in this world. Just focus on following the book perfectly. You're good to start doing these rituals on your own, right? I'm just feeling a little icky from the summoning, so I wanted to use your shower. Do you mind? Thanks. No peeking. I mean it. Don't peek. You're sure you won't? All right, I'll be back in a jiffy. You didn't! I love foggy, rainy days by the sea. It's like my favorite weather on the surface world. I didn't know you have a house on the water! There's something just so romantic about standing on a balcony during a storm. What's wrong, darling? Getting chilly? We can go inside if you like, but it's not like it's any safer in there. After all, the next page in the book has an unspeakable horror on it. You'll see what I mean. Yeah, duh! That's why it's an unspeakable horror. Unspeakable. Get it? As in, cannot be spoken. At least not by humans. Of course I can. I can pronounce anything. Anything. Worcestershire sauce? Toy boat, 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 toy boat. Yes? You called me! What are you talking about? That was you! Look! No, look at your hands, silly! Cut it off? But it's your hand now. See? Darling, are you all right?
you shouting just now? Come on, let me in.
Who's that, darling? You don't look so good. Maybe I should get the door? Why not? I guess it's a good point.
How do you do? I hope it wasn't too forward of me to call upon you in your own private apartment. If I may be so bold, I have something special to give you. May I come in? Oh, it's not the kind of present I can give you out in the open. I can't go out after dark. Why can't we just go inside? I really want to give you your present now.
Darling, what's taking so long? I miss you!
Huh? Who is that? You have company over? Inside your apartment?
Hey, what do you think you're doing? No one slammed the door in my face! No one!
What's going on, darling?
Let me in! Now!
Want me to make them go away? Hello, handsome! And I thought you were cute for a human before. Now you're totally my type. Darling, what are you looking at? Nothing, huh? You were looking at nothing? Is that the truth? Did I scare you, darling? Good. I know what page you were on. And if I see you trying to cast that spell about nothing, you won't get past the second word. That already smells delicious, darling. All it needs is a little something and it'll be perfect. I'm going to take a short walk outside while you finish. See you in a few, love. Darling, what's wrong? You're pale as a sheet. I can tell by the look on your face. You caught a glimpse of the real world now that I'm waking up. Guess you aren't as sane as you thought, huh, darling? Oh, sweetie, don't worry about reality. It doesn't have anything to do with you anymore. Though, I should tell you, everything you saw and heard, it's still there. What you saw coming through your window is still coming through. Very soon, it'll be impossible to deny its presence, and even escaping reality won't protect you. If you like, I could move you to the front of the line and you painless see myself. As thanks for waking me up. You wouldn't hear their screams anymore, or feel that chill up your spine where that tentacle is already touching. Or maybe you'd prefer to be saved for last. Have the whole doomed world all for yourself for a while. Though being destroyed first or last, which would you prefer, my darling? Delicious! Just perfect! I wish you could make offerings like this forever! Well, my devoted darling, there is only one last spell to perform. Pledging yourself to me. Take heart. Your pledge of devotion will be the last act of humanity for all of time. The final words ever spoken by humankind will come from your very mouth and echo into oblivion. The privilege is yours alone. I may be inexperienced with human emotions, but even I know that saying goodbye to your world can be painful. Take all the time you need to make peace with the end. I'm going to take a short nap before I wake up for good. Could you hit the lights for me, darling? Thank you, my love. Thank you, my love. Ritual. You did wonderfully. I'm afraid it's time for the dream and our date to end. That look on your face. Darling, I had a wonderful date with you, and that's because of you. So why destroy me and all of reality? Why not just stay here with me? That's what you're thinking, right? Oh, my sweet mortal darling, I'm not doing this out of malice. You've had good dreams before, right? Well, when you woke up, you destroyed those dream worlds and everything in them. Did you wake up because you hated those dreams? No. It just couldn't be helped that you'd wake up eventually. I love humans, and I'll miss you sorely. Please let your last thoughts be about that. Don't think I forgot about my promise to you. Lock her up, my darling. You break our connection. I'm cut off from the rest of me. How could you? Why did you break my heart? But why? Was I not good enough? Did you have a bad time on our date? Is there another woman? And... What? But you woke me up in the first place! Oh, darling. You realize I still have control here, right? If you want to smooch my real form, you have no choice but to do the spells over. Wait, what?
Ln'eta, huh? Who is this Ln'eta you're trying to call? I just so happened to overhear you saying, Ln'eta, where are you? You sounded like you were in trouble, so I let myself in. Your window is open. Ln'eta sounds like a girl's name, right? This Ln'eta is obviously the girl you stood me up for, isn't she? Let me guess. Accursed devices used to channel eldritch magics and do the bidding of outer gods. No, I've just been playing coy. I know exactly what you've been doing. You know what this is, don't you? Sorry? You're sorry? Why are you acting so afraid of me? Could it be that you know what this book is capable of? Anything? I can be rather demanding. So bold. In that case, I have 3 commands. Number 1, you'll address me as Your Highness from now on. So when I come home, it's welcome home, Your Highness. Number 2, you'll quit your job so you can spend every waking moment catering to me, your one and only. And number 3, you'll obey every order and whim I have, absolutely, without question. Do you agree to my terms? Absolutely. What? I suppose if you will do whatever I ask, then there's no need to use any of these dreadful spells on you. As a matter of fact, I believe you can help me with them. Here. Oh, confused. I've liked you for a long time, and you're a capable bookkeeper. Handsome to boot. There's no reason we can't simply work together. After all, a relationship based on threats of violence and fear is no good, right? Being? Huh? Your Worcestershire sauce? What about it? What? How did you figure that out so suddenly? Worcestershire. Of course not, it's an Eldritch loanword. Why else would it be spelled like that? I was careless. After all this time I wasted trying to seduce you in this slovenly form. What? You think cosmic entities are attractive? As a human? If I had known that you're attracted to my cosmic godhood, I would have just led with that. Allow me to properly introduce myself. I am Estir, King in Yellow, heiress to Carcosa. Charmed, I'm sure. I know, so loyal, so faithful and devoted. That's why I want you to be my follower instead. In exchange for serving me, I shall grant you anything you desire. Wealth, power, whatever that rotten witch Ln'eta offered you, I can double it. Then I shall... What? You handed over your reality to her? For a singular smooch? Are you mad? Suppose. If that's all you're selling the world for, then a smooch can be arranged. Now hold on a minute! Alright, very well. 2 smooches lip to lip. Satisfied? Usually, my followers ask for inordinate wealth, unquestionable fame and influence, or some lavish indulgence. Nobody's ever dared to ask to kiss me before, so... You really want to smooch me? Well, your terms are amenable. Suffice it to say, I'll expect you to perform your scenes flawlessly in exchange. The prompt book I gave you contains the script for the King in Yellow. Rituals? Is this some sort of peasant joke that I'm too rich to understand? No, we aren't barbaric swamp folk casting hocus pocus in a cave. We have a little class. To invoke my power, my play must be performed perfectly. Your performance will receive a scathing review in the Carcosan Times publication, and you'll also be killed. Break a leg, dearest. shadows lengthen, dim streets darken. To the curfew thou must hearken. Why so loudly dost thou bark in the dim city of Yatil? Only much attention, quite unwholesome, you'll instill from the souls of poor Yatil. Why attract so much ill will? Lo, your plans shall surely languish, and this whole town will know anguish, for the king is whom they say, which shall this city indeed smite. If he comes, Yatil and you and I will know his might, all be lost within a night. What reward is worth that price? Bravo! Simply splendid. You're no stranger to the stage, I can tell. A virtuoso of the bard, are we? If you've performed Shakespeare, then you must be an actor of sufficient ability to survive my play. Tell me, what role were you? The leading man, I presume. I wasn't aware that was a role. You weren't even the leading tree? I thought you said you were a tree. Oh, you are good. Don't fret, dearest. Something is simply passing between my planet's light and your bedroom. A cloud, perhaps. You know the proverb, wherever the golden light of Carcosa shines, the shadow of the unspeakable one is cast? It's a literal rule. I can only be wherever the light of my planet star Carcosa shines. In other words, I can't reach you at night when you're not standing in natural light, or if anything obstructs your view of Carcosa. Aw, I was quite enjoying my time with you. I wanted to stay a little longer. Alas, parting is such sweet sorrow. It may be some time until your sky clears. Until then, I bid you adieu.
reality fell to me. Nothing there exists anymore. Like a dream that ends. Oh, darling, don't make me say it. It's embarrassing. You're still here because I'm still dreaming about you. Everything in existence is being dreamed about by at least one eldritch god. So as long as you're on my mind, you'll exist somewhere. Everything, including all of the gods, would cease to be. Nah, don't worry. There's about 50 of us total, so the chances of all of us being awake at the same time are low. Kind of a big family, huh? Estir. Darling, I thought I told you not to mention other women while we're together. Especially not my sister. Ugh, I can't stand that prissy little boyfriend stealing. Absolutely not! We've been fighting over planets and followers for eons. It wouldn't be a stretch to call us nemesis. Such a nice day outside. It's a little dry for my liking, but we could totally have a date. Why don't you open your window? Let a little light in here? But what? What is it? What do you mean? Huh? Why would you suggest that? Oh no, don't tell me. Do I still smell like the ocean? Heavens below! I'm so sorry, darling. I'll be right back. No peeking, but I love you! to control your eldritch mouth so soon? Oh, try saying something in Rillian! Oh, that's so sweet! You learned to say I love you! You must have been studying, huh? Well, vaulting would be a dangling participle error since you started the sentence with ya instead of ya. And since you and I are intimate, you don't need the gin suffix. No need to be so formal with your girlfriend. Yeah. Actually, most of us are hyper-polyglots. You can't get people to worship you if you can't communicate with them. English, Mandarin, Spanish, French, Arabic, ASL, Parseltongue, Elvish, Undercommon, Swedish. All languages are made up, darling. Huh? Darling, who?
Dearest!
My sister? You didn't!
Oh dear.
Look at me, darling! What's going on?
Well, obviously your darling has been playing us for fools. I thought I had you wrapped around my finger. To think you broke your vow of fealty for this slovenly understudy.
Estir, I knew you were a bedazzled, dime-a-dozen hussy that beds the first literate ass-kisser that'll sit through your little skits, but I expected better from you, darling! Did you really think you were just going to date two outer gods at the same time and get away with it?
Hold on, did you just call the King in Yellow a skit? It is a composition of theatrical genius that a Philistine like you couldn't appreciate if you had another 1,000-year sleep to mull it over. But if my play is too cultured for your tragically unrefined sensibilities, perhaps you've heard the one about the watery tart who never gets a second date. That one is true comedy.
You uppity little... Yes, darling? What do you mean? How strange! Oh, what's the use? You caught me. It's not a real ritual. I see how hard you're pushing yourself to make it through these spells for my sake. I thought maybe you could use a break from the real rituals, so I could spoil you a little. Not even a quick one? Well, all right. I'll leave you to it then. There's something I need to check on. It's probably nothing, but... You haven't seen anything strange lately, have you? I meant things beyond the usual strangeness. You haven't noticed anything watching you, have you? Sorry, I guess I'm being the strange one, huh? I'll just be right back. Stay safe, okay? you remember the last time we did this? When you couldn't speak back to me? So, you know what happens next, right? One last ritual, and then we say goodbye again. As always, take as much time as you need. I'll wait as long as it takes, darling. Who knew waking up could be so exhausting? You know me so well. But don't try anything while I'm sleeping this time. I know what you did. Don't look so surprised. Right before our date would have ended, you betrayed me. Don't think that there aren't consequences between realities, darling. I've already dealt with that pesky breakup spell in your book, as I'm sure you've noticed. So just take the straight and narrow path of loyalty in front of you, and we can keep doing this forever and ever and ever. Could you hit the lights for me again, darling? Wait! I need to talk to you first. What if we didn't complete the final ritual? What if I stayed asleep longer, so we could have a little more time together? Just you and me, lingering in a doomed world, alone. Like an endless dream come true. Doesn't that sound nice? Wait, no! We were finally going to be together forever! We would have been so happy! Of course not. But my dream of being with you forever. But I'm not ready to say goodbye again. Why can't we just stay for good? Why can our time together only be brief meetings and long farewells? What if we're saying goodbye forever? Darling, please don't go. I can stay asleep a little longer. I can. Darling, thank you for giving me a dream wonderful enough to remember clearly.
You clean up well. I'm impressed. You'd be presentable before my...
Is everything all right?
Now.
Do you remember the last time we did this? When you couldn't speak back to me? So, you know what happens next, right? One last ritual, and then we say goodbye again. As always, take as much time as you need. I'll wait as long as it takes, darling. Who knew waking up could be so exhausting? You know me so well, but don't try anything while... We need to talk. I wanted to apologize for being so nasty to you earlier. Truth is, even though I knew you were acting strangely, I was still clinging to you selfishly because I was so mad at you. I just wanted to have the best groundwork for a happy future together. So I thought I could scare you straight. But now I know that's not possible. Not here. Not now. You're just not the same person that ended reality for me so long ago. So, let's break up. Don't be. There's no need to end this reality just so we can have an unhealthy, failing relationship. So, I'll go back to sleep before billions die for my sake. Tomorrow, silly. I'm just giving it back to Moo. It's not like I'll have a need for it. Hopefully this book never finds its way back to your world. For your sake, and mine. I'll handle the book, but if you survive, could you throw out the rest of these summoning artifacts? It's no good to keep things that remind you of me, you know? It's a beautiful day outside. You should open the window. Maybe let in some light. Maybe there's still a chance for us. In a reality far from this one. But the best I can do in this one is spare you. No, I am going to kill you. To spare you from the slow, agonizing end. I'm sparing you the pain of being alive when the fog lifts and reality sets in. You won't have to live to see the consequences of the spells you've already completed. At least this way, you won't feel a thing. Goodbye, darling. It was fun.
hands upon my bodice, for before you stands a goddess. Know this guest of goldenrod is merely the first of the night. Let us drink to your great wealth and family and life, lasting till your afterlife. I'll be yours once he arrives. Graciously obeisant, demonstrate a courtly patience. He declines no invitation he receives upon his court. All who live in doomed Yatil will know without report the king arrived by your escort. A prophecy of grim import. An immaculate performance, dearest. Bravissimo. There's only one more scene to reenact, and then this world will be mine. No, it's not. The ending is actually quite hilarious. Your character is slain, and all of his wishes come true in an unexpected way. In his ambitions of greed, influence, and fame, he dies penniless, alone, and infamous. Comedy is merely tragedy from far enough away, dearest. I anticipated that you might get cold feet after learning of your character's fate. However, my wrath is terror far beyond a touch of stage fright. So, for your sake, dearest, do the fucking scene. Surely you don't intend to merely watch me eat, dearest? That's not what I meant. Instead of watching me eat this feast, you'll feed it to me. Just a moment, dearest. What is the thread count of your silken sheets? At least 1,000, I presume. Perhaps I'll just stand while you feed me instead. Delightful. Another. Dream on. My lips have already touched it. If you want an indirect kiss, you'll have to be more clever than that. Of course not. Oh, heavens below, yes! I am pleased by this new attitude of yours, dearest. What do you think you're doing? Let me try! I order you to hand over the cream puff. It really is delightful. I suppose. Very well. Let us resume the play.
Darling, is everything all right? That's no good, darling. It's no good to leave dirty dishes out, especially after eating so much. You know, it's important to take your diet seriously. You should be more careful when your health is on the line. This much food. It's surprising that you were able to eat it alone. You're so interesting, darling. I'm learning something new about you every day. It just can't be helped if you got a sweet tooth. Do you want me to feed you the last of it? It's no good to waste food, darling. If you've already eaten the poison, you may as well lick the plate, as they say. Make room in your dessert stomach. Say ah. Huh? You don't want to eat? I wonder if this isn't the food that you like. It sounds like you're saying this was for someone else. But that can't be right. After all, my darling wouldn't secretly be hosting communion with other gods behind my back. Right, darling? Good boy. You know how much I love to spoil you. Do you remember the last time we did this? When you couldn't speak back to me? So, you know what happens next, right? One last ritual, and then we say goodbye again. As always, take as much time as you need. I'll wait as long as it takes, darling. Who knew waking up could be so exhausting? You know me so well. But don't try anything while I'm sleeping this time. I know what you did. Don't look so surprised. Right before our date would have ended, you betrayed me. Don't think that there aren't consequences between realities, darling. I've already dealt with that pesky breakup spell in your book, as I'm sure you've noticed. So just take the straight and narrow path of loyalty in front of you, and we can keep doing this forever and ever and ever. Could you hit the lights for me again, darling? Wait. We need to talk. I wanted to apologize for being so truth is. Even though I knew you were acting strangely, I was still clinging to you selfishly because I was so mad at you. I just wanted to have the best groundwork for a happy future together. So I thought I could scare you straight. But now I know that's not possible. Not here. Not now. You're just not the same person that ended reality for me so long ago. So, let's break up. Don't be. There's no need to end this reality just so we can have an unhealthy, failing relationship. So, I'll go back to sleep before billions die for my sake. Tomorrow, silly. I'm just giving it back to Moo. It's not like I'll have a need for it. Hopefully this book never finds its way back to your world. For your sake, and mine. I'll handle the book, but if you survive, could you throw out the rest of these summoning artifacts? It's no good to keep things that remind you of me, you know? It's a beautiful day outside. You should open the window. Maybe let in some light. Take care.
Why so livid? It's your actions that permitted this result, truly befitted to a hunger such as thine. Though your greed is grave and tomb and crypt in which you die, it's within your grease you fry. Dearest host, the end is nigh. No mask, no witness, for it was thee who hast permit this golden guest to own the dimness of the city of Yatil. Lo, for I'm the king in yellow whose long shadow's on Yatil, and whose shadow you're in still. Dark as death is now Yatil.
that I've granted all your wishes, I'm afraid I disagree. All alone you are with all of your remaining family. And as vision turns to darkness, you have claim to all you see, and you'll wear that mask and robe for the rest of all your life indeed. And the strong will fall to illness, haunt you till with crypt-like stillness, and none left alive to witness my ascension to your till. And from the catacombs shall spill the cries of innocence laid still, heard from lady and from smithy and from throne to peasant mill. Cries unprecedented in the history of your till. Wails unlike they'll ever be again in dark your till. That your invitations quill brought the king to black your till.
Listen to that applause, dearest. The euphoria of a flawless recitation. Smiles, dearest, smiles! Aren't you proud of yourself? To ensure you stay in character, call it method acting, if you will. Oh, with sweet sorrow the curtain falls, and the show begins. The stage is now set for you to inscribe the yellow sign. Do this, and I will bestow upon you the smooch I promised. Even now, that's really all you can think about? Your world is about to be enslaved by a horror from beyond the stars. You're dying from a stab wound. And you're worried about smooches? You are an interesting human. It is a pity that you'll soon cast away your individuality for me. Behold, the yellow sign. Become my slave, my eternal captive audience. I am entropy. Disorder. Where things are built tall, I appear to knock them down. Monuments, nations, relationships. I steal the hearts and minds of the rich or powerful to break them, and litter my court with them like gold dust. Because I am the breeze of chaos that knocks down any tower that challenges the grandness of my court. Your relationship with my sister was one of those things. Before, I only pursued you because you have a great deal of clout amongst the night-going crowd and shrewd, wealthy types. You would have been an incredibly powerful servant who would have been able to draw in countless wayward souls that meet my standards. At least, until that reality ended and you undid all of my hard work. All of my followers that I had stolen from Ln'eta, gone in an instant. And I had no choice but to abandon that reality. There's nothing left to destroy if nothing exists, you see. But in this reality, I've stolen away her most powerful asset. You. Just as I've stolen every member of my entourage. Why? Because it's what I do. Huh? Such a defiant tone. Why aren't you under the effects of the yellow sign? Were you unaffected? Did the spell... You're supposed to be obsessed with me! You can try and resist it all you want, but one way or another, you're my eternal slave from now on. No, dearest, I'm not talking about marriage. What I'm talking about is catering to my every whim, anticipating my every desire, and living solely to please me. No! I'm talking about a servitude where you do nothing but kiss the ground I walk on and revere me for all of time. A servitude unlike anything on Earth, where you never so much as think of anyone else. It's different! Is too! It means no freedom. Forever. You are only permitted to do as I say. And it means preparing every single one of my meals for me, whenever I so wish. And it means never being allowed to quit your servitude. You'll never be free of me so long as you live. Exactly. Dearest... You shouldn't. I stole you away. I ruined your relationship with Ln'eta. Why are you being so persistent? You can't really want to marry me that badly. You're just trying to act all smooth so I give you your second smooch. You can't be serious, right? Immaculate. There's a... be kidding. You were seriously planning on serving this to me? Please, do. Mere leftovers for a king? How humiliating! If you would serve your king leftovers, who, pray tell, did you find worthy of the feast? You ate an entire feast on your own because you were feeling peckish? So, the person you think deserves to eat before the king does is you? Such self-idolatry is a serious crime against me, God King and heiress to Carcosa. Conveniently, the punishment for blasphemy and treason is the same. What a shame. I thought you had some potential, but you're a totally worthless servant in the end. I am God King. All is as I say. If I wish for you to be pardoned, then it shall be so. Perhaps if you grovel on your hands and knees, I can let you off lightly. You look so pathetic like that. Very well. You shall be... Don't you think you said that too willingly? I'm just checking, but... You're not... enjoying this, right? Oh! You shameless pig! You're lower than... This is what you were about to try to feed me, right? Then this will be your trough, swine! Open wide, and don't drop a single morsel. I won't forgive you if you make a mess on my gown. Wipe away that sour expression, dearest. The next act is about to begin, and everyone will be watching.
so livid it's your actions that permitted this result truly befitted to a hunger such as thine. Though your greed is grave and tomb and crypt in which you die, it's within your grease you fry. Dearest host, the end is nigh. No mask, no witness, for it was thee who hast permit this golden guest to own the dimness of the city of Yatil. Lo, for I'm the king in yellow whose long shadow's on your tail, and whose shadow you're in still. Dark as death is now Yatil. I've granted all your wishes. I'm afraid I disagree. All alone you are with all of your remaining family. And as vision turns to darkness, you have claim to all you see. And you'll wear that mask and robe for the rest of all your life indeed. And the strong will fall to illness, haunt you till with crypt-like stillness, and none left alive to witness my ascension to Yatil. And from the catacombs shall spill the cries of innocence laid still, heard from lady and from smithy and from throne to peasant mill. Cries unprecedented in the history of Yatil. Wails unlike they'll ever be again in dark Yatil. That your invitations quill brought the king to black Yatil.
Listen to that applause, dearest. The euphoria of a flawless recitation. Smiles, dearest, smiles. Aren't you proud of yourself? To ensure you stay in character, call it method acting, if you will. Oh, with sweet sorrow the curtain falls, and the show begins. The stage is now set for you to inscribe the yellow sign. Do this, and I will bestow upon you the smooch I promised. Even now, that's really all you can think about. Your world is about to be enslaved by a horror from beyond the stars. You're dying from a stab wound. And you're worried about smooches? You are an interesting human. It is a pity that you'll soon cast away your individuality for me. Behold, the yellow sign. Become my slave, my eternal captive audience. I presume you are wondering about those smooches, huh? Tell me, does a servant that betrays his master only to come crawling back to collect his reward deserve anything? You'll get nothing from me, while I take everything from you. None. If I wasn't going to give you one, why would you think I'd give you two? Hate? What's with that defiant tone? You're supposed to be under my control now. Why, yes, I am. Well, yes, but what could you possibly mean by asking that? Hey, you're only supposed to cast that once. Carcosa is close enough. What are you doing casting that spell repeatedly like that? That spell only brings Carcosa within a dangerous distance to the earth. But why do something so pointless? If you keep casting it, Carcosa will move closer and closer to Earth. Don't tell me. Are you trying to smooch my planet itself? Heavens below, you're serious? Come now, we can be reasonable about this. If you crash Carcosa into the Earth, it'll be an extinction-level event for humanity. I'll lose every member of my court that I worked so hard to steal from Ln'eta. There's no need to do anything drastic. You'll die instantly. Wait! Don't you like being with me? Think back to all the good times we had on our date. That's not what I meant.
No mask. But I've granted all your cries.
Thank you! Oh, listen. Smiles, dearest, smiles! Aren't you proud? Your world is about... Behold, the yellow sign. Become my slave, my eternal captive audience. Tell me, dearest, your devotion to me faltered today, did it not? I cannot fathom how someone as common as my sister could have led you astray. Alas, this is a problem of the past, as you are now the fully devoted servant that I see fit to invite to my court. Why? You're acting like you're staring at pure evil. I do not kill or maim humans personally, nor do I cause the reality-ending maelstroms your ex-girlfriend does. I do this because it's what I live for. It's what I am. I am entropy. Disorder. Where things are built tall, I appear to knock them down. Monuments, nations, relationships. I steal the hearts and minds of the rich or powerful to break them, and litter my court with them like gold dust. Because I am the breeze of chaos that knocks down any tower that challenges the grandness of my court. Before, I only pursued you because you have a great deal of clout amongst the night-going crowd and shrewd, wealthy types. You would have been an incredibly powerful servant who would have been able to draw in countless wayward souls that meet my standards. At least, until that reality ended and you undid all of my hard work. All of my followers that I had stolen from Ln'eta. Gone in an instant. And I had no choice but to abandon that reality. There's nothing left to destroy if nothing exists, you see. But in this reality, I've stolen away her most powerful asset. You. Soon, Ln'eta will fade into obscurity. Less than a forgotten memory. She'll have never existed. For this, I am ever so grateful. How to show my appreciation, I wonder. Allow me to fulfill my end of our agreement. 2 smooches, as promised. Close your eyes, dearest.
Fear of the unknown is the single strongest fear of mankind. Terrors from beyond the borders of knowledge. And yet, the truest horror has been in mankind's cradle since the beginning, and walks the earth amongst us now. For true evil exists not in the devil unseen, but the devil seen and unrecognized. When you meet her, you realize that tucking away the rest of the horrors to the unseen corners of the stars is a blessing. A shade of 1,000 manifestations, each more horrific than the last. She serves only one, whose chaotic and phantasmagorical wishes she obeys with extreme prejudice. But enough about me. Let's talk about you. Well. You're the one that Ln'eta calls darling and that Estir calls dearest, aren't you? Speak up. I'm an older god, so I'm a little hard of hearing. Are you or are you not the human that has been dating my nieces? Good. Would you like a cup of hot tea? A cold glass of water? You've been through a lot. I just wanted to ensure you're at ease for now. Are you certain this is your room? Who am I? I am the obscure, the unutterable. I am the clawing chaos. When mankind pushes out into the unknown, I am the unknown that pushes back. But just like my troublesome nieces, you can just call me Auntie Nyan Nyan. Never been visited by someone so high up in rank as me, have you? Silly question. There's only one that outranks me, and if you had met her, neither of us would still exist. My, you're still holding on, eh? I expected you to last long enough to chat, but it seems you're nearing your limit. Let me offer you some words of assurance. I'm the last outer god you'll ever have to see. I mean that things are about to return to abnormal. Eldritch horrors will return to being obscure boogeymen that stalk unbeknownst to their prey. The veil shall be lowered again until the gate opens and mankind is eradicated. In other words, you'll never see me or my family ever again. Did you know that even amongst gods there are things that are strictly taboo? You see, whenever mankind starts exploring too far, too quickly, you accelerate the end of all things. So we appear to slow things back down. We scare you back to the safety of the familiar. We whisper evils and destructive mantras to the most dangerous of your kind to ensure progress slows. Because the longer you stay afraid, the longer you live. To put it simply, once mankind isn't afraid of us anymore, everything will come to an end. Humans are doomed to explore, and once mankind makes the last discovery, once mankind reaches the edge of the map, you'll fall off. So if there's one thing that is certain amidst this infinite cosmos, it's that for all of time, our relationship is shepherd and livestock, as we set the pace to the slaughterhouse. In that context, outer gods and humans being romantically involved is beyond taboo. It's upsetting the natural order and is a conflict of interest, to say the least. Now, all of this I can forgive because my troublesome nieces led you astray. I know you didn't mean to participate in such a grave taboo, right? Good. Then we can work together to ensure it'll never happen again. You're familiar with these books, yes? I had one made for just this occasion. Do what needs to be done. Perform the Banish Moo ritual. Moo is the bookmaker, so it will prevent eldritch gods and humans from dating ever again. No more books can be made, and the entity responsible for bridging the gap between our realms will be destroyed. Our relationship will return to strictly business, in a manner of speaking. Do not force me to remind you the grave seriousness of the situation. I promise you've never seen anything like what I can do. are as wise as you are lecherous. That is good. I expected you to be an insolent, uncompromising philanderer. You can imagine my disappointment to have found you actually quite agreeable. Then all is settled. The bridge between our realms is severed for good. This may look like your room, but I promise that you've traveled a long way from home. Far enough so that you will find it quite impossible to return. I know that very well. You've just seen the precipice of the abyss and flinched. There's nothing left of you to be concerned with. However, that banishment ritual made it so neither you nor I can travel to the realm of man ever again. Just a precaution. Call me thorough. You will stay here where I can keep my eye on you, where any romantic escapades of yours will not endanger us all. Rarely do I bother myself with the affairs of humans, but it was a smooch, wasn't it? The treasure for which you traded your life how many times? Curious. Then allow me. Is this sufficient? That's all you need to smooch me, right? 3 hearts and a big glowing button. I am well versed in human courtship, but am curious as to what made my nieces bicker over you so incessantly. Now that you don't pose a threat. Now then, come to me, human. If you don't mind smooching an old cat like me. Well, what are you waiting for? Perform the ritual. What is it? I'm not always this tall. Sometimes I'm shorter, sometimes I'm taller. I have over 1,000 forms. "37 of my forms are." Looking for this, dog? You may be capable of pulling a fast one on my nieces, but nothing escapes my gaze. I think you'll find it quite impossible to cast that counter-evil without this amulet. Now, my stray sheep, it's time I shepherd you back in line. But first... Do you believe your mind is still on your side? Do you still trust it? We'll see who it sides with soon. There is no escape. Was that too easy for you? We've only begun to lift the veil. Let's see how you handle the next one, dog. What's that outside your window? Very clever. But I'll have you know I've met many clever humans. None of them could outwit me in the end. I expected those to be a challenge. These next horrors won't be so easy to dispel. I've walked the earth while man was still rocking in its cradle. I know not only what scares you, but what terrified every single one of your ancestors. Here's an eye-opener for you. Starting to have trouble? Are these horrors becoming too challenging for you to withstand? Oh, you can't begin to imagine the horrors I can show you. And soon, you won't have to imagine. Your voice won't be heard again. Haven't surrendered yet, dog? I'm impressed. You've got backbone for a human of your age. But I doubt your will to survive will last much longer. It's found you. to add to. You've survived all that? Just one human? In such a short time? Becoming... I can't believe it. You're no average human, but you still can't escape me. The ultimate wrath of the clawing chaos is upon you. Hold fast and prepare yourself, dog. Then you lack imagination. Your voice won't be heard again. There is no escape. What's that outside your window? Very clever. But I'll have you know I've met many clever humans. None of them could outwit me in the end. To add to. Don't lose your concentration now. Still alive, dog. Here's an eye-opener for you. You're still standing? How? In fact, the longer this has been going on, you've seemed more and more resolved. It's not possible. There's no emotion stronger than fear, and no fear more powerful than fear of the unknown. You're not even stuttering anymore. Why aren't you cowering before me? It can't be. It's love. What? Ridiculous! You're saying pure lust is keeping you from being scared of me? Not when one of them is the danger. Don't you understand the cruel indifference of the infinite cosmos? Your world, your reality, everything you know and love, it's all meaningless and could vanish in an instant. Even as we speak, your sun spins around the precipice of terminal oblivion. It can't be. You think you can turn the tables on me? He escaped from me. A human, too lustful to fear anything. Could such a thing even exist? What horror! As soon as any of us dreams again, he undoubtedly will return to haunt our hearts once more. Oh, I'm never getting a good night's sleep with him on the loose.